is going on, guys? I left my fan on high. Is it too loud in the background? Let me know if it bothers you. I can get up and turn it down. It is cooking on high right now. It might be too loud, but welcome back. It's been a long time, been about an hour and a half since our last live stream. Guys, gals, nothing puts a smile onto my face like some KingAir operations, and we have a special one in here, we have a special one here for you tonight. So, you can't hang at KingAir Pilot? All right, good. I'll let it roll for now because it does keep it a little bit cooler in here, but as things progress, we might have to turn it back on. All right, we got some fun. So we are operating the KingAir 350 tonight as a life flight 350. This is a real world livery. It's pretty heavy when you think about it. You know, as a dad seeing the kids on here, you know, you think the children that are going to be boarding this airplane probably are in the, you know, maybe could be in some less than optimal circumstances, and the livery kind of helps keep them calm. Well, you know, if they're afraid of airplanes, they've been on an airplane, who knows? So it's kind of a heavy livery when you really think about it. But these are real world pilots that do these operations, and we're going to be operating kind of like humanitarian aid. We're going to go up, we're going to take some supplies to Mount Cook, and then we're doing an evac out of Milford Sound. So it should be a lot of fun. We're going to do the GTN 750. We're dialed up. We got a highly advanced KingAir 350. We got a 530, a 750. It's going to be a fun one. So we're also going to talk about comms, VATSIM comms. Steven, I don't know why it's calling you a 330, man. Yeah, I saw you spawn in there. I don't know what's going on with that. But we'll talk VATSIM comms. We'll talk about how you're supposed to get in and out of these uncontrolled airports and maybe build your confidence. If you want to fly in and out of uncontrolled airports, that's a great way to build confidence before actually going live on a network itself. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys are ready for this. Again, these streams never bring a lot of views, never bring a lot of attention, but they're some of my most fun streams to do. So smash down that like button. By the end of this stream, I want more likes and viewers, and let's get into this right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the sounds up in the sim. Sounds are up. Everything is good. Ever thought of doing a 737 stream? Potato, I have. I've done a few. We might do some. We'll probably do some when we get over to Australia. I know that Qantas has some 737s. So, Lost Wanderer, welcome to Private Pilot. Glad to have you on board, Lost Wanderer 605. Appreciate you! Exclamation point! Welcome for your new perks here on the channel. All right, into our beautiful KingAir 3. I'm going to have to turn this off. Give me a second. This fan is too loud. I can hear it back in my head. Hold on 1 second. All right, should be better. It would be easier if I didn't have to do my tactical flip-flops every time we resecure this. But, all right, we're resecured. Fan is off. I can actually hear myself think. Look at the mountains. Oh, my gosh, absolutely a thing of beauty. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I've already done weight and balance on the aircraft. I'll come here. I'll show you what we've got going on here in the situation. We're taking a round-robin fuel. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to come all the way back into Queenstown today, but we're going to at least get to Milford Sound. And hopefully, we'll see if we have enough time to hop on over here. But we're taking round-robin fuel as best we can. We might need to get more, but we'll see. I think we'll be okay with 85% fuel. We're going to be burning a lot of it, though. We're going to be flying fast. Right here, passengers. I've got a doctor in the back, and I keep trying to zero this out, but it keeps adding a passenger here. I don't know why. Because I wanted two passengers. I wanted like a flight medic and a surgeon or something on the airplane. One in the front, one in the back. And we've got 3,000 pounds of fuel to take us round robin today. So that is our weight and balance. We're going to fire up this thing here. These daily V1 streams are really putting a wrench in my CFI studying. Daniel, so the funny thing is on our pseudo long haul, I actually have my CFI recurrent up right now. So our pseudo long haul to Sydney from New Zealand, I think I might do some CFI recurrent live. Because I'm here clicking through the FERC for Life, like flight instructor refresher course that I got to do, and they updated the time requirements on it. So it's pretty wild that I got to do that every 2 years, and I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but like I only have a couple weeks to get it done now. So anyway, I use the Kodiak for air ambulance work in NeoFly. Bingo, that's awesome. Yeah, Kodiak is a phenomenal airplane for sure. All right, you guys know the deal. We'll go ahead and get the battery switch on. We're going to go right into external power right now as we're sitting here on the ramp. We get our masters on. I'm going to go ahead and check my standby pump 1. Standby bump 2. We'll check we got cross-feed flow to the left. And to the right, we'll turn it back off. That looks good. We leave those down. We can take our, so you can see our fuel is on board and balanced. We'll check our aux tanks. They're on board. It's 37 degrees outside. That looks good. Put it back into man. How's our switches down here? Everything looks good. Armed and off. Cool deal. Beacon is off. Tail flood. We can flip the tail flood on. We'll scoot across the cockpit here. We'll go ahead and kill that. We'll enter that. Enter that. And we'll come over here and we'll go ahead and get our TDN 750 on. Let's get this yoke out of here. We'll make sure everything is off. Blower is off. Put that in the off position right there. Where are these all on?
TOS. System test okay.
That's off. Everything looks good. All right, so we're good there. It's cold outside. We're going to go here. We get rid of these messages. We don't need you. And we'll start programming here. We'll go flight plan. Queenstown. Now, we're going to go ahead and do... It's actually... I'm going to go backspace here. We're going to cancel this. We're going to look at our TOS here. We're go Queenstown, and I'm going to go... I wonder if I could load procedure out of here. Departure. We're going to do the... Pull up my Navigraph here real quick. Got the doctor on standby. Aviator Nick, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you on board. I want to do the ANPOV 4 RNP, but I don't know if it'll let us do it. I think it only loads the departures we're allowed to do, right? Like the bridge, Frankton. Hold on, let me scoot my screen over. Oh yeah, you can't see it. Let me pull up Navigraph for you right here. All right. As a passenger, I'd like to ask when the movement of this aircraft will begin. I asked this because I was once a pilot and does not know when I started the movement of the aircraft was much earlier. I'm not sure what you mean there, Emzin. I'm not sure what you mean there. All right, so we're going to do the Berg, the Firkin, the Gixel, or the Vapel. The bridge, we could do that one. Firkin 8. We're not going that direction. The Gixel... That one actually would take us out to Timjo. For initial climb, refer to inset. Basically, ooh, we might do this one. The Gixel and then the Vapil. Or Vapli. That's going the other direction. So we're going to do the Gixel. And we're going to pin that one. So the Gixel 1. And we're going out to the Timjo intersection. All right, so that's what it looks like right there. How can I move this Navigraph over? This is a payware, wondering. So we're in the Black Square KingAir today, which is a payware aircraft. Yes, it is. All right, from there, I'm going to actually get rid of the Navigraph for a second. All right, so that looks good. We can go ahead and load that. We're going to scroll down. After Timjo, we're going to add a waypoint. This is the only flight plan where we're putting waypoints in, and then we're just going VFR direct. It's Mammoth and then direct. So at Mike, Alpha, Mike, Uniform, Sierra. We're going to load that in, and then we're going to add a waypoint after that, which is the destination, which is, excuse me, November Charlie, or November Zulu, Mike, Charlie. November Zulu, Mike, Charlie. Enter that. That looks good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to start with avionics on because I don't want to have to reload that. So I'm going to put this on map mode right there. Now I think, oh yeah, we'll zoom it out. And actually, hold on, do we have the chart? Do we have a chart for this one here? Nothing for Queenstown. We don't have an actual chart, unfortunately. Airport info. Yeah, we don't have any airport charts for this one. Unfortunately. Let's go back. And let's just go back to the map page. We'll leave that there. And we are got to put in our radios, 122.8. I'm going to transfer that to the top. So 122.8 Unicom is on top. This one here, I'm just going to go menu, and I'm going to go... I don't know... I can't cross-fill from this one, can I? No. North up is fine. Let me get out of here. Let's just go flight plan. Let's go direct. Mike, November Zulu, Mike Charlie. So I'm going to back it up with this 530 over here. So we'll have our flight plan on one, and then Mount Cook direct on this one here. Cool. All right, there we go. Well, I guess it didn't take. It wants to reload it now, doesn't it? That's fine. We'll fiddle with that one in the air. All right, that is up. Let me make sure our engines are good. So we have 78 and 81% on the engine conditions. That's fine. We'll leave that in the on mode. Perfect. All right, everything looks good for steering. There's no charts. Yeah, there's no charts either. Cruise zippy. We're going to be flying over the mountains. We're going to go up to 21 on this one. It's going to be probably the highest one we go. We may not even get all the way up to 21, but let's dial that in right now. Cabin altitude is, I'm going to shift the scroll. We're going to file 210 is what we filed. We did file an IFR flight plan for this one. All right, that is on. Everything looks good here. And let's go ahead and actually turn on the rudder boost, the electric trim. Turn on the oxygen. That's good. Our trims are set. Idle forward cutoff on the thrust levers. Magic barrel ref key. Put our top altitude in this window here, flight level 210. And then we also have to just real quick look at the chart. The standard GPS is kind of confusing at first. Could have been made better. Dave, it's actually not bad. The standard GPS, it may be confusing, but that's not at any fault of the GPS to Microsoft. It's actually kind of confusing in real life. Which this flight, we'll have some time to tinker on this one. We've got a longer leg going up to Mount Cook, so we'll have some time to tinker in the box, and I'll show you guys a couple things, okay? I think I really can help you all out with the, especially navigating the 530. So initial climb, we need to have Queenstown 13.6 dialed in on our nav 1. So let me come over here, and we're going to dial in 113.6, and we'll transfer that to the active, and I'll put CDI in nav. So nav is set up. Now if I look at my navigraph, I'll show you. So this is Queenstown. We need to make a climbing left turn, and then no visual maneuvering unless cleared by ATC. Basically the 085 outbound is what we're looking at. 085 outbound. So I'm going to dial in the course line now to 085. That is set. And then our runway of departure, it looks like we're blasting off of, if I go to the taxi chart, 10.9, we're going to be blasting off of 05, which runway heading is 053. So let's put the runway heading in there. And then we're going to fire this thing up and get on our way because we have some supplies we need to deliver up there at Mount Cook. So 053 is set. Quick review of our instruments. 053, 122.8, 13.6 Queenstown is dialed in. We got our GPS flight plan in the box. We can go ahead and squawk 2,000. We don't squawk on this one. We squawk over here. We're going to squawk 2,000. Enter that, and it will automatically flight ID us after we depart. It'll actually go up into flight. So everything else looks good. Let's go ahead and flip on the beacon light. Beacon is on. Everything is off for start. I'm going to leave the avionics master power off, and we're going to do an external power start on this one. So we'll go ahead and clear prop. I'll open up the left window for this one. We'll close the right window. We'll go ahead and come up to the top here. We'll check real quick our battery. We got 28 volts. That looks good. Volts and amps are checked. Let's go ahead and clear prop and start engine 2. I'm going to get going so I can do the overpass. Sounds good, Team Vodka. I'm spooling up right now. So ignition and start on number 2. Let's go ahead and turn it.
Flight A31, taxi 205.
For the 530 flight plan, you need to input the departure first and then the... Right, correct, Jeffrey. I'm going to talk all about that once we get airborne, but I want to get us up airborne right now. There's the max motoring. Fuel.
1049 there.
There's our light off. ITT rise. Oh, let me get navigraph off the screen, rip. Sorry, Chaos. Thanks. ITT rollback. Now, because we're starting on a GPU, we're going to just go ahead and start number 1 on the GPU as well. A little bit unorthodox, but we're going to be doing cross-generator starts all stream. So we got a good start on number 1. I'll go ahead and go inverter. Make sure we're getting good juice here. Number 2 is on. Right gen is picking up the load. It's got power. Let's go ahead and turn number 1. No need for high idle on this because we're using ground power. Remember, we normally use high idle. Wait for max motoring. You want to have the charts in the TDS. It only displays US charts. You have to use navigraph. I got you. Thanks. Thanks, Force Raptor. Alright, there's our light off. Wow, that seemed like it's gonna... Oh, we had the window open. That's why. ITT rollback. 50% starter cutout. Forgot that on number 1. We already torched number 1 starter. Hopefully we didn't damage it. Go ahead on and off of there. Alright, we got 2 good engine starts. Inverter. Right gen, left gen. Battery is 28 volts. We're looking good. We'll go ahead and disconnect from the external power. External power is off. We're going to go environmental off. We'll actually turn the environmental bleeds on right now. We'll go man heat. We're going to turn on the aft blower, the electric heater. Furnace is on. Cabin master lights, we'll turn those on so you can see. We'll put those into dim mode. Everything looks good. So we got heat blowing out into the back of the cabin. We're good to go. And let's see where we need to go. Let's pull up our Navigraph one more time. Where is my V-Pilot? There it is. Queenstown traffic, light flight 357, taxi runway 05 via the ramp, and Alpha 3 will hold short. Alright, Alpha 3 holds short. Make sure we have the heater on. So 31 degrees outside, 47 in the cabin. We'll keep an eye on it. Come over here. Man, heat is on. Why is our right DC generator...
Queenstown traffic 2 Kilo Golf Yankee Hotel is going to be taxiing behind the light flight. Going to be holding short Alpha 3.
There we go. Right DC gen is back on. There we go. All right, brakes released. Taxi light on. Let's roll. Lone Sparrow, good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Let's go ahead and roll out of here. Man, some serious choppy frame issue or something. Sim is doing that like jitter. Hopefully that doesn't hold on, where are we at here? I'm gonna go out to the left. Do I miss the smell of jet fuel already? Heck no, Scotty, this thing's got jet fuel in it, man. GPU is disconnected. Yeah. Hopefully this, I'm getting like a micro stutter right now. What could that be? 37 degrees Fahrenheit outside. And our cabin is warmed up a little bit. Our blue light's out. Taxi over here. There's a couple other MedEvac traffics. I don't know where I'm getting that, where that stutter's coming from. Look at all these KingAirs on the ramp. My rolling cache is off. Have you tried to clear your NVIDIA cache? Never. I just did it yesterday and took care of most of those issues. Interesting. I haven't had any issues. But I wonder if it was... I probably should have restarted my PC after the last debacle. Maybe it'll clear up after we get out of here. Alright, we're going to hold short. Turn that on. We'll kill our taxi light. Who's departing? He's back taxiing. We need to go left on the 5 after he leaves. So while we're here, undownloaded deliveries. Oh, maybe because of all the VATSIM traffic? Alright, while we're sitting, let's go ahead and do an auto feather test. We're going to get the auto feather switch into the test position. We're going to bring up our power levers until we get our auto feather lights. I think we're looking for like 1500 RPM or something? I don't know. 20% torque. That seems to be enough. All right, 20% torque. Bring number one down. And it feathers. Go ahead and bring it back up. And let's go ahead and bring number two back. And feather. Bring it back out. I used them together on a little while ago, Force Raptor. We'll see what happens. We'll let it rock for a little bit. Alright, so we'll go ahead and turn that switch off. Ground idle. I'm clicking the wrong switch. Who else is left to depart? There's one more guy over there. Alright, so let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. Barrel ref is set. The stutter started after last set? No, I haven't had a single stutter all day until I flew into Christchurch.
Traffic coordinator Alpha 4, are you going next?
Yeah, we'll go Life Flight 357. Queenstown traffic, Life Flight 357, back taxi runway 05. Alright, here we go. Brakes are released, taxi lights on, we'll light the rest of it on. Let's go ahead and get our landing lights on, taxi lights on, recogs on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hot 5 is on. And for departure, we're going to go environmental off. We'll go ignition into the arm position. Auto feather is armed. Bleeds are out. That's normal. Back taxi 05. Hopefully when we get out of here, it'll clear up that little... in general, traffic drains a perf. That might be what it is. It might just be so many players tune in. We'll see what happens once we get airborne. This is another good idea. Set your shader cache limit to unlimited. I'm not messing with any settings because I don't have any issues ever. It's just I think I needed to probably restart my computer after that last stream. Yep, Chomper Studios. Those are tennis grips. All right, we got a brief for departure off runway 05. It's going to be a left-hand turnout on the SID to intercept the... Basically, we're going to make a left turn to intercept the Queenstown VOR, initial climb. Left 360, then track the Queenstown VOR outbound. And we're going to be climbing as fast as we can. We're going to basically fly it like we stole it. Do you put shoes on for runners? Nah, just my feet. We'll actually get her straight here.
Queenstown traffic, Fiji link 195 for left-hand turn for the Queenstown VOR, then we'll be going into the 1 departure.
Queenstown traffic, Life Flight 357 departing runway 05 on the Gixel, Queenstown. All right, we're going to talk ATC once airborne too. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Remember, power up nice and smooth. Don't want to bounce them off the governors. And now we can go ahead and set torque. Looking for 100% torque. I do need to turn that overhead light on. A little bit of an over torque there. Bring it back in. Power set. Airspeed's alive. 100 knots. Nice and easy on the rotation. We are
Queenstown traffic, Golf Yankee Hotel, back taxi 05.
120. That's positive rate. And gear up. Fly with. All right, get that trim in there. 160 on the climb out speed. 160 on the climb out. All right, I do want to flip this light on over here. Ah, that's the wrong one. That's about 1,000 feet left turn. There we go. All right, left turn out of 2.4. Making a full left 360 here. Keep coming up to 160 knots. I'm gonna zoom in my 750 here. Oh, what a view out of there. Look at that view. Alright, let's actually fly the left turn all the way around. And then we're going to try to track that outbound 085. Now we're out of 4,700, so let's go ahead and lower the nose a little bit. We'll go 180 knots. Power's coming back. Props are coming back. About 92% on the torque. All right, 180 now. Pitch for 180, a little bit more trim. Oh my view. Oh my goodness. All right, tighten up that right turn. There's that to from flip where we need to be, so we need to tighten up this turn even more. Nobody's on board, so we can go ahead and get off all that 45 degrees angle of bank, killing that horizontal component of lift, a little bit of pitch as we roll in there at 45 degrees, 180 knots at a 6,000. Queenstown traffic, light flight 357 at a 6,000 feet over the VOR now, departing on the Gixel. Last call, Queenstown.
Queenstown traffic, Golf Yankee Hotel, 05.
All right, that's an intercept heading now. Just about, we're right over the top of the VOR. You can see there comes the, there comes that line already. That CDI. Key 6! This may seem silly, but can you fly? Key 6, thanks for the $5 super chat. That's what they tell me. We're about to find out, though.
Traffic, Norman, and we're going to be landing up runway 5.
Alright, 085. I'm going to swing that heading bug around. Lower the nose a tad. Still doing 180 on the speed, just about. We're looking good now. Now, on the pretty much trimmed out, let's go ahead and flip our CDI into GPS mode. All right, GPS mode is on. I'm going to click this panel. I love this panel. We're going to go autopilot, yaw damper, nav, and IAS hold at 180. So we're yaw, nav, IAS, autopilot is on. A little bit cold. Check our power, 92 on the torque. It's fallen off because we're climbing so rapidly. Let's bump that up. Let's get rid of this cam. And now that we've got our power set, we'll open our bleed valve so we can get some heat back into the cabin. Watch that torque, bring it back a little bit. Don't want to over torque. But we're looking good. Now we're climbing out. Thanks again, Key 6. Appreciate you for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate the support, man. Oh, by the way, I saw your picture, man. What an ATR sim, huh? What an old school shot, man, that was. What an old school shot. That was pretty neat. Thanks for sending that ATR. Or thanks for sending that pic, man. Old school. Statui, thanks for gifting the 5 memberships to the channel. That's very kind. Thank you, sir.
Queenstown traffic, dominance is going to be departing runway 5.
All right, so we're on, and we're going from Agtam now in a left turn direct to Gixel. So we're in the left turn. We'll swing that CDI needle around. Should give me a direct to track.
Queenstown traffic, Kodiak. Sierra Fox Golf behind the departing KingAir 350. Runway 05 from Mount 3.
OBS 018. So OBS 018 is set. We're out of 10.8. Matter of fact, if we go flight plan, we can even simple this out. Let's go direct to... hold on, let's cancel that. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll up. Let's go direct to EBDEX. Activate that. We're going to go direct to in the left turn out of 11.5. Statui caught me while I'm in the middle of my clean out here in the KingAir, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships to the channel. If y'all pick one up, make sure you let Statui know you're appreciative of that. Very kind. Thank you, Statui. Wind check scouts are on the way to Mount Cook. All right. Sounds good. All right, we're looking good now. Out of 12, we're climbing out. We'll mess with that one here in a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and lower the nose a tad. Now, what's interesting is it seems like she's having a hard time navving on that. I think we'll be alright.
Queenstown traffic 1-495, lining up and wait 05 up the Alpha 3.
Bump it up 92%. Keeps dropping off there, but that's good. 92 on the torques, things are looking good. Why are we... Is that another traffic right there? I think it is. No, it's EBDEX, then AVTOR. All right, now we're on course now. We're looking good. 180 knots, 14.2, climbing 210. Out of 10,000, we'll go ahead and get the auto ignitions off and the auto feather off. We'll turn those off. That looks good. We can bring those prop backs a little bit. A little out of sync. There we go. Now she's nice and synced up. 180, 14.8, and we're in the climb. All right. Took me a while to get that sorted, but now we're on our way. It's always kind of a cluster to get that first one going, and then it's going to be real quick. It's going to be chop, chop, chop from here on out. You know, parachute on the back of your seat? No parachutes on the back of the seat tonight. But we are headed up to Mount Cook, which is going to be an absolutely stunning approach.
Qantas 495 departing 05 up the Gipfel on Barcelona.
Alright, we look good. Now, AVTOR. Alright. The TDS has a dedicated traffic page. You have to go to home and select and force turn. Yeah, we'll look at traffic here in a little bit. I just want to make sure we're following the route properly. I think it might have just been struggling with a little bit of wind. But it's looking good now. It's looking real good. 180 knots. As this torque keeps dropping off, keep increasing the power. Right about 92%. That's a good thing about turboprop is, especially these PT6s, you've got some juice. How often you get to fly VFR outside the sim? Pretty rare. I don't have any interest in it, man. I don't have any interest in flying GFR outside the sim. Too busy with real life stuff, and it's also just really expensive. All right. Pull up my all right. Just double checking our route there real quick on VATS to make sure everything lines up, but everything looks good. We're squawking altitude, so the TDS will automatically squawk altitude, so we're 2,000. That looks good. You can see its altitude reporting is on. Everything is looking absolutely beautiful. 19 for 210 at 180 knots. Still got a little more torque to go. Keep juicing it up. Double check our cabin. Make sure it is climbing. It is not climbing. Why is it not climbing? Oh, because it's only supposed to go to 3,000 feet. And we're just about there, so we're looking good. 1,000 feet to level off. There's the alerter. Airspace alert. Alright. Now we can settle in. Altimeter set standard. It is now. There you go, thrust set. Thanks. Alright, let's make sure it levels up. Wow, that was a super abrupt level off. Let's monitor this, make sure everything gets stabilized. Oh, I wonder if I noticed this on my earlier test flight. It always wanted to be like 300 or 400 feet lower. It's almost like you need to set the baro in the TDS. I wonder if that's what you got to do. Alright, we'll level here at 20.8. That's close enough. Alright, with that set, I'm going to go ahead and bring the power back a little bit. We'll come back to about 90%. 88% is fine. That's because as soon as I pull these props back to quiet cruise, about 1,600 RPM, that torque's going to go back up. There we go. We're sitting right about 88%. And we're on our way. Alright. Yeah, that was very aggressive, KingAir pilot. I don't know what that was all about. So, yeah, and I noticed this, so on the, was it the G1000s? That, like, if you didn't set the baro in the box, it wouldn't set it up here. So there's no, like, separate baro for this. Map menu, yeah, no, so it wouldn't be in any of this stuff here. Transponder, we can ident, 2,000, we're squawking altitude. So, oh well. Yeah, I did magic B key, 299 or 2. That's same there, pull for millibars, 299 or 2. We'll just stay a little bit below, that's fine. Using magic beekeeper for baro led to the altitude offset with a few aircraft. If you set the baro the old-fashioned way, it solves it. Really? Interesting. Slow. All right. All right, we're going to set there. Now, one other thing I wanted to do is I want to go over here in our backup, and we're just going to go cursor. We're going to go here. We're going to go direct to. We're going to activate you. We're going to go flight plan. And we're going to just turn this CDI into VOR lock so we don't have to worry about it. That's nav2. So nav2 is in VOR, but now we just have a basic. I like to put this 530 on this screen right here. 12 minutes or so. All right. We're level. Things are good. Why is this CDI off now? Something funky is happening with my TDS. You can't change baro in TDS. Sometimes I get this problem with the black square. Never use the B key. I tell you what we're going to do here. We're going to go back. We're going to go flight plan, and we're just going to go direct to. So we're going to scroll down. Mount Cook. Direct. Activate. Direct to. Direct to. Direct to on both. There we go. Going to proceeding direct to. All right, let's talk a little bit about, now that we're nice and calm here at 21 on our first stop. That's it. McShiggity Pilot, welcome on board. Glad to have you on board, McShiggity. We just leveled off here in cruise in our lovely KingAir. And we're going to be making a VFR entry into Mount Cook Airport, which is uncontrolled field, and it's going to have multiple traffics because of everyone flying on, which is pretty cool. So thanks for that. And I'm going to pull up the Navigraph so you can see. So when you're flying into an airport, let's just get into this here. When you're flying into any airport, there's 3 things that you need to make sure you are doing or communicating on the radio. And I say 3 things because you could technically break it up into like 4 things. I'm going to open the charts here and have no charts available. No charts at all for Mount Cook. Nothing. All right. Well, this is all we got right here. We've got runway 13 and runway 31. So it's a single runway operation, 13 and 31. The 3 things that we need to be aware of what we're talking about every time we go into an airport is who are you talking to, who you are, and your intentions. So as we fly into this airport, who we talking to? Well, there's no tower here, so we're going to be talking to Mount Cook traffic. That's the traffic frequency. We're on a traffic advisory 122.8 for VATSIM. So it's going to be Mount Cook traffic. Who you are, we're life flight 357, so we're a life flight. And our intentions. Now, intentions, this is why I do it in 3, because I think it's easier to remember things in 3s. The intentions are, what do you want to do? On this particular flight, we are going to want to land, right? So we want to make our intentions known. And on this particular request, when we want to make our intentions known, such as landing, we have to advise the people on frequency where we are, our position, and what our intentions are to land. How do we want to enter this airport? Do we want to enter on a downwind? Do we want to enter on a straight-in final? Do we want to enter on a base leg? Now, we're not going to talk about basic traffic patterns, but hopefully y'all are familiar with the traffic patterns already: base, final, crosswind, upwind, downwind. Now, the best way to enter an uncontrolled field is a 45-degree entry to the downwind. So, unfortunately, on this particular airport, and actually on Milford Sound as well, due to the terrain, the standardized entering and exiting of the airport is going to be kind of omitted. We have to kind of come up with our own way to get in and out of here safely, just because the terrain is so high and rugged. And look at that, look at that terrain out there. I mean, that's insane. So I think we have one aircraft in front of us already. Hopefully we can get a wind report. But what we are going to do initially, if we don't have a wind report or any idea what the winds are doing down there, we will enter basically an overhead. And once we fly overhead, we'll take a look at the windsock, and we'll try to stay 500 feet above the traffic pattern altitude. Now, 1,000 feet traffic pattern altitude, 1,500 feet for turboprop, 500 feet on top of that would really be about 2,000 feet. So we really would like to try to fly over the top at 2,000 feet. That way we stay out of the traffic pattern for any turboprops. Hopefully we can see windsock down there, and then we can make an adjustment. So as we get closer to the airport, we're going to make radio calls, who we are, or who we're talking to, who we are, and our intentions, which is to land. So that includes what is our position as we get closer to the airfield. Now, hopefully when someone picks up and someone hears our transmission, maybe they'll be able to give us an idea what the winds are, and then we can adjust our intentions accordingly. You need to put the spoiler on maximum at safe flight mode. Well, Emson, I don't know where you thought you could find this channel and troll on, but we'll just go ahead and ban you. You and Leith 777, a couple trolls rolling in here. I mean, I don't know what the deal with the trolls are lately, but
Mount Cook traffic, light flight 831, 3,700 feet, setting up for the visual approach 29.
all right. So did you hear that? It sounds like they're landing on runway 29. So that'll make our intentions pretty easy. Let's pull up our Navigraph again. We're coming from the south, basically from the south, because we went direct to. So we were going to kind of come from this direction, but we're almost going to be coming in from right here now. So if that traffic is landing on 29, say which runway you're landing on?
29.
It's 31.
Sorry, 31.
Okay, you confused me there.
So did I.
All right, so he's going to be landing 31. This is going to make our life pretty easy because we're going to try to come in here, almost do like an extended base to final into this airport now. That'll make our lives much easier. So now that we kind of have an idea of what we're doing, let's take a look at our TDS. Now this is where it gets really exciting. We can use the terrain mode. We could use the terrain on here to kind of help us with our approach. Now this airport is going to be a lot less complex than Milford Sound. This is why our flight plan had us out to Mammoth, because you see this lake here. Look at all the terrain on the other side. This is almost this is too convoluted to come down here over this terrain. So since he's landing 2.9, that's going to make our life easy. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to select here, and I thought there was a way to add a visual approach. I did this earlier. Procedures, no procedures available. I made this, I clicked this before, and it allowed us to do a visual approach in here. I guess it's not going to let me do it on here. It allowed me to create a digital 3-degree path down to runway 29. But yes, when we're going to kind of make our own visual approach in here. So we're going to kind of shoot out to the right. And really what we could do, if I'm looking at the charts here, see Rotimi? Rotimi looks like it's right there. If I can... I wonder if we can add that, or we can go direct to Rotimi. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of heading bug ourselves out to the right. And if we pick up visual with this lake, then we know we're just going to fly visual with the lake to runway 31. Maybe the procedure page? Let me see. Alright, train is on, maps up, airways, low traffic. Let's go back.
We are clear of runway 31 and enjoy the approach.
No, well, there's no procedures. No procedures here. Because I know I created one into Mount Cook. So this is a straight terrain page. But it overlays on our map page, so we don't need to go straight terrain. Alright, but what we do need to do is start setting ourselves up for downwind. So I'm going to put the aircraft into heading mode. That's course mode. We're going to put the aircraft into heading mode after I scroll my heading bug. We want to come to the right about 030-ish. So I'm going to put it right about there. We're going to select heading. The airplane's going to turn to the right. If I look at my Navigraph charts, the field elevation for Mount Cook is 4,800 feet, so call it 5,000. We need to start heading down to, let's at least set 8,000 for now. I'm going to select IAS hold. I'm also going to bring the power back. We don't have prop sync on, so IAS hold is selected. Heading, we're in DG mode. And down we go. Something is glitching. Look at that. Why does this always happen when I go live? When I'm like doing a test sector, everything's perfectly fine. Alright, we're going to start walking that power back. We're going to get the gear warning horn, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and silence that. Alright, there's our lake. So let's go ahead and make our first radio call. Mount Cook traffic. Light flight 357 out of 19,000 feet. Descending to set up for left base to straight in runway 31, Mount Cook.
Not exactly straight.
As straight as we can make it. Alright, we're out of 18,000. 2965 is set. Gotta go catch replay for tomorrow on the beach. Take it easy, Xylabo. Alright, our distance is only about 10 miles. I'm going to go ahead and give ourselves a right 360. We're going to go ahead and roll in a right 360 here. If we'll select heading, there we go. Take a right 360 on the lake, and then we'll shoot right up into Mount Cook. 4,800 feet, and we know we don't have to fly over, so at 1,000, 5,800 feet. Call it 6,300.
Traffic, CG
6,200.
We are 10 miles.
On the train ride home, perfect time to tune in. What's up, Mark? Good to see you, man. Look at the lot, like a ice flow there. Mount Cook traffic, light flight 357. We're doing a 360 over the lake at 10,000 feet. Setting up for pseudo straight in 3-1. So keep rolling that heading bug around. Oh, I went past 180 degrees. Almost wanted to go to the other direction. So right up in there is where we need to go. Yep, I was way high. I got to, I thought we had much longer for some reason, Team Vodka. I wasn't really paying attention. I thought we had much longer. I was also like fiddling around with the TDS, like why it doesn't, I couldn't load, something's definitely bugged though. You see like my flight director's bugged out. My TDS wouldn't let me put in visual approaches and my altimeter was way off. What's up, Hasso? Good to see you, man. But that glacier down there is pretty wild, isn't it? All right, 250 knots. We're at 10,000 for 6.2. At this point, we'll come over here, and I'm going to get all the rest of our lights on. Those are all set. That looks good. Out of 10, we'll get auto ignitions on the auto feather. And I could redirect our TDS. We'll redirect. Activate. Good. And keep coming to the right there. Yeah, Team Vodka, I'm getting that update now, and it's also, yeah, it's, I wasn't getting that earlier. I wonder what that's all about.
We are about 3 mile final 3-1. We're on a descent for the landing.
All right, let's go ahead and disconnect our autopilot.
Hotel is 10 from the Mount Mary VOR. From there, we'll do a straight into 3-1 Mount Cook.
And Mount Cook traffic, light flight 357, 10 miles out, runway 31 at a 6.8. Yes, AJ, it runs separately outside the sim. All right, we'll go ahead and get our environmental off. No bleed, lights out. Would you ever try flying over mountains if you didn't have a turboprop? Yes, I have. I've had to when I flew freight. It is sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. You got to deal with the cards that you've been dealt. However, I would hope it's at least a twin piston. All right, let's go ahead and set 5. Because apparently my airport chart is not correct. Oh, longest runway 4,800 feet. That's why.
We're gonna follow behind.
Elevation is 2,100, so 2,200. So we keep coming down. 37. 37 is set. Keep on coming down. This is Lake Pukaki. It's a beautiful lake, that is for sure. All right, I'll get the recording on.
After traffic, CG Lake 195, we're vacating west off 3-1. 3-1 is clear. After traffic.
All right, let's go ahead and get the gear down. Let's bring those props full forward. That'll give us some extra drag. There's 36. Wide arc flaps approach. Keep slowing down, get our second notch in there. that power up. Now we're only 3 miles. Alright, there's the airport right there. Runway in sight. So we're kind of on a left
Cook traffic,
base.
link 195, just to Pirate. There seems to be weather coming in from the north to the field.
Roger that. So he's got a PIREP weather north of the field. Mount Cook traffic, light flight 357, left base 31. Yeah, we see that weather. Looks like we got a little bit of time still. Alright, we're 120 knots. Gear is down. Runway is right down here. This is a tight end left base. So we're at a 2.9. We'll clear the altitude alert. You can see the terrain on the TDS is quite serious. I'll bring our power back a little more. 120 approach is about a good
500.
speed. As we roll this in here, we'll probably dial it back into like 110.
To traffic nominal 6 After, we are currently about 5 miles to the south of the airport. We'll be going straight in soon after the turning for number 3.
Mount Cook traffic, light flight 357, short final 31, Mount Cook. Definitely have weather moving into the north of the field, so we want to get down and get out of here as soon as we can. All right, we're rolling out on
Too
final.
low terrain.
We'll inhibit the TAWs
Too
on that
low
one.
terrain.
Plenty of space.
Mount Cook traffic, November 1049. Here we're 3 miles out from runway. Mount Cook traffic.
Mount Cook traffic, light flight 357, clear the active 31. We definitely dragged it in on that one, Will. Definitely dragged it in on that one. But we'll be on. Wow, look at this. I've actually never. Let's go over here. We'll do our after landing flow, get the auto ignition, get the auto feathers coming off, get our landing lights, get our recogs, get our strobes. Taxi light is all fine. We'll kill that. Kill the avionics, and we're going to spin her around over here. Professional bourbon pilot indeed, Brian Harris. Oh, did we just trigger the reverse on what's going on there? Alright, this is where we'll sit. Yeah, Willie, this is a payware airport. Alright, brakes are set. We're gonna make this one quick. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave number 2 running. But the environmentals are off. We're actually gonna shut instrument and environmental off. We're gonna turn the electric heater off. That is fine for right now. Beacon is on. Take the ice slide off. We'll turn our hot 5 off on the ground here. And we're going to go ahead and kill those. We're going to go left generator off, left inverter off, left condition lever, idle cutoff. Through 50%, we'll go ahead and feather. Oh, we just missed that guy's landing. And we'll get our flaps up too. I think I forgot my after landing flaps. Yeah, we'll bring them all the way up. We'll put them in the approach position. All right, with that there, I'm going to save this replay, Mount Cook. There's Mount Cook landing. There we go. That's done. And then what we need to do is we need to hurry up and get out of here. So we need to go to our weight and balance. We're not getting any fuel here, but we're down to 71%. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and take on some cargo. Let's say we take on 300 pounds of cargo. It's getting close to the limit, and no other passengers, though. We got 300 pounds cargo on board. That looks good. And I know it says 140. I don't know why it keeps... I think maybe it just has to have that weight there. I don't know. But that's fine. We'll leave that. Why did we go back up to 85% fuel? We were at 71. Stay there. That's what I want. All right, that's where we were. 71% fuel, 300 pounds of cargo in the back. That's done. Would you feather the running engine? So you could swarm in a PT6. There is nothing wrong with sitting here with this puppy in feather. We just never did that. Now, story about PT6s in feather. There used to be a jet tractor guy that I would talk to on the ramp up in North Texas. And he would get out of his jet tractor with it in feather and the parking brake on and start refueling his airplane. Then take off, get back in his airplane, unfeather it, go take off, come back, same deal. And I asked him one day, I was like, man, I've never seen anybody refuel an airplane with it in feather. He's like, well, I get paid by the hour. It keeps the Hobbs meter running. So he would literally keep the airplane running while hot refueling, which I always thought was pretty aggressive. But that's North Texas for you. Those country jet tractor boys are a dime a dozen. So more power to them. But yeah, you could theoretically, this wouldn't hurt the engine at all. But for us, it was never our procedure to actually do that. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it out of feather. We're going to let it run up here. Now, I don't know if you would even do that on a 350. Even though it's the same, PT6s are very similar across the board. I think as you start getting into these bigger PT6s, there might be some other outstanding limitations. I don't know, KingAir pilot, you may have some experience with that, but on the 90 or the 200 or even in the Beech 99s, matter of fact, we weren't even authorized to do one engine ops other than when I was doing some contract stuff, and then I would just leave the number 2 running, and then we would load from the left side. So that's out of feather. That's looking good. That's in low idle. We've got everything done. I'm going to go ahead and get our... actually, we're just going GPS direct. Yeah, so we're going GPS direct, so it's very easy. So let's go ahead and spool it up and get out of here. We'll hit our magic barrel ref key. 2966 is set. Here comes another KingAir rolling in here. I mean, how about these views, though? Look at this. It's like a snowstorm is going to show up here. We better get out of here before it hits. So let's go ahead and close the window. Fire up number 1. So that's off. Everything is off. That's ready to go. Now, since this is a cross generator start, we're going to go ahead and go into high idle. Battery 28 volts. Amps look good. We're high idle. Let's go ahead and start number 1. Ignition and start. Look at that. Doesn't that look so cool though? Spool. Light off. Looks like they got some coffee or something in the tower. Smoking up there. A little steam coming off. This is Mike's Basement. This is the Black Square KingAir. So it's a Zobo's KingAir model, but Just Flight and Black Square, they made it a round gauge. And they've added systems to it. Almost all these circuit breakers are modeled. Matter of fact, I think they pretty much are all modeled. 50% starter cutout. Whoops, we ripped that again. Let's go ahead and inverter. Generator 2 is on. Number 2 can come back to the low idle position. We'll go ahead and go avionics master power. Oops. Didn't mean to hit that. That's a hotkey. We'll continue on, continue on. Something is borky in the, like...
TOS. System test OK.
Mountain traffic, Qantas 495 turning base for Suman.
Like, look at my...
Charlie Zulu Foxtrot, Richard North Decimal 8. We have the exceeding Qantas in sight. Will be number 2, runway 31. Okay.
What is up with that?
TOS. System test OK.
Let's let it
And
boot up. Aviator Nick, thank you for gifting 5 memberships to the channel. Glad you're enjoying the content. Aviator Nick, if you pick up a membership from Aviator Nick, make sure you shout him out and let him know you're appreciative. That's very kind. Thank you, Aviator Nick. That was very generous too. Hope you're enjoying. Flying low and slow now. Well, you're not so slow, but as we are here in Mount Cook with some beautiful terrain. And we never went idle forward cutoff on that engine. I just saw that. Tom Pasco, 39 months. Thanks for the continued support. He says, Black Square versus Airfoil Labs. Have you tried it in 12 yet? I have not tried it in 12 yet, Tom. But I would give Airfoil Labs the nod in X-Plane just the way you could bind beta and stuff. But I have to give it another shot. We might actually have to do that here in a little bit. It's your GPS because you're at destination. All right, I'm gonna load up the flight plan here. We'll see if it stops wiggling around. George Busenko, A50 New Zealand dono. I appreciate that. That is very, very generous. Thank you, George. Says, hey, if you want to appreciate you flying. Oh, is this guy going around? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, he crashed. We've got a life flight down. We got a life flight down. And he disconnected. George, I appreciate that $50 super chat. It says, working on it. It was a big highlight. It was a big highlight of my design career and a real privilege as an av geek. Fun fact, one of the kids' eyes on the nose is actually part of the door mechanism on the nose. Really obvious. George, so you created this livery. Wow, George. That is, number one, thank you so much for your support. $50 super chat, I appreciate that. And number two, thank you for creating this livery. It is a wonderful livery. You did a fantastic job. I did not even know that about the kid's nose, one of the door latches. That's really cool. I mean, that is, that's cool stuff, man. Thank you. I mean, it's a beautiful livery. You did a great job. And like I was saying when the stream first started, I bet that it will definitely make some children happy if they have to board this airplane for whatever reason it may be. So it's kind of cool to see that represented here. You got the Starship Air Ambulance on the tail. I absolutely love it. But thank you, George. That was very kind. Thank you for the support, my friend. I am ashamed. No more KingAir for me tonight. Lazaros, what happened? Did you actually crash? It's all good, man. It's all good. All right, we gotta go to our second leg. Here we go. Flight plan. We're gonna go add waypoint. We're gonna go direct to November Zulu Mike Fox Milford Sound. Enter. We're going VFR direct. We clear the message out of there. We don't need you. We go back. We'll go back to the map page. And everything looks semi-okay right now. Now my only concern is why didn't this boot up? We might just leave that 530 off, honestly. We might just leave it off. See what happens. All right, we're booted up. We're started up. We got 2 good engine starts. We don't have to do any more of our checks, so we'll get these on. We'll get the auto feather on. We'll go ahead and let's get the environmentals on right now. because we need to warm up the cabin because it's cold in here. So we got heat is on, everything looks good. Clear the caution. We never reset our generators. 1 and 2. Man, we're just all over the board tonight. Sorry, y'all. Right bleed air off. Why? There we go, recycle it. Right bleeder is back on. Cruise altitude. It'll be a little bit less. We're going to go at about 17,000. 17,000 is set. Now my 530 came to life. All right, we'll enter.
Traffic, Kodiak Sierra Fox Golf 10 miles to the south of the airfield. So looking straight in. 3-1. Mount Cook.
Mount Cook, Pilatus, Charlie Zulu Fox, left downwind 3-1, Mount Cook.
I tell you what, I'm going to get rid of Fly Live.
And Sierra Fox Golf, we have the plot in sight.
I wonder if, I think Fly Live might be conflicting with FSUIPC and the GTN out of the sim. Let me turn that off for a little bit. Everything seems really good right now.
Mount Cook, radio check.
Loud and clear. Mount Cook traffic, life flight 357, holding short of 3-1 behind traffic will be number 2 for departure. All right, so we don't have to do our feather checks again. Everything is good. We got our, since our 530 is back on, let's go flight plan. Let's go cursor. Let's get a new direct to November Charlie Mike Fox. And like I said, I like to put this one on this nav page right here. Nav page 1. There's terrain on the 530. What's our direct line distance on this one? 110 miles. Okay, good. Maybe we can actually tinker with it. November Zelo Mike Charlie is Mount Cook. I guess we can turn our taxi light off while we're sitting here.
And Mount Cook, Charlie Zulu Fox on the go round again. We'll get one into the departing traffic. We'll have the lifeline out Mount Cook.
Oh, look at him going up around then.
Mount Cook traffic advised. Aircraft on the active is having radio issues. You should be taking off shorter.
Roger, we have insight. We'll be left traffic again, 3-1 Mount Cook.
So everyone's got pretty good comms right now. Are you going to recreate the Queenstown approach? Yes. Mark, tomorrow or the next day, we're going to do, it'll be our kind of our last Fenix stream here in New Zealand. We're going to try to recreate that. Today we're just doing KingAir ops. So let's say we're up here at Mount Cook and then we get a radio call saying, hey, we need to get over to Milford Sound. We got a MedEvac situation. We've got a sick child. We need to get in there and we need to get him out and bring him over to Queenstown. So now you'd be behind the 8 ball, you'd be scrambling.
All right, Mount Cook, Pilatus Charlie Zulu Fox on the left downwind 3-1 and
I'm going to scoot up a little bit.
Kodiak, what's your position?
We're about 5 to the south of the airfield right now.
Mark, yeah, I love that video, man. I'll recreate it either tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll see. I might take a break tomorrow.
Let's be safe. I'll go first.
Sounds good. We'll extend downwind Charlie Zulu Fox, extend left downwind 3-1. Mount Cook.
All right, so we got someone extending downwind.
All right, Rod, you got you inside. I'm hugging the inside of the
Roger.
God, I love the looks of the KingAirs, though. But this livery is just
I'll take kind of
awesome.
west side.
Does this airplane have a left turning tendency? What do you mean, like an old P factor and torque? Yeah, but not I think when they first released it, it had a pretty significant left turning tendency, but they've pretty much removed it. No, I wouldn't say removed it. I think it's still there. Need a little right aileron.
And Mount Cook traffic, Kodiak Sierra Fox.
Little right aileron trim. It used to be very prominent when they released version 1 of this airplane.
Mount Cook, Pilatus Charlie Zulu Fox, left base 3-1, proceeding traffic inside Mount Cook.
Yeah, KingAir pilot says you don't really notice it in the airplane that much either, and I would agree. I think when it first came out, it was really, I think it was over-exaggerated, honestly. And all guys do, at least all we did, is like you'd have somebody who put like just a little bit of right aileron and be just a little off zero, and that's it. But you don't really, I mean, it's not even
traffic,
like one tick mark.
Fox offshore final tree 1.
I don't even think mine. Yeah, mine's are pretty much zeroed out.
Do the Foxtrot on the final 3-1, seating traffic
Mount traffic, second aircraft in the final. Just be aware. No, it's generic. Never mind.
Oh wow, look at that. Generic A330. Any builds has a summer sale worth buying Queenstown? Yes. Spurious, I would highly, highly recommend Queenstown. And any others I'd recommend? Here's one that out of the blue, Spirit. I really enjoy their Buffalo. I know they've got the big ones, LAX. Detroit is very well done. I really enjoy kind of their other, like Buffalo. For some reason, it just hits home with me. It's really well done. They're all really well done. You're not going to go wrong with any of them. But I personally enjoy Buffalo a lot. And Oklahoma City. If you want kind of an airport in the middle of no scenery land, in the middle of the country in the U.S., their Oak City is also very, very well done. But you can't go wrong with any build scenery. They're all very high quality. Literally, I don't think you can buy one that you'd be like, oh, I'm not gonna like this airport because whatever reasons. Any builds has it locked down. Any builds has got the scenery on lock. I have an Airbus related question. The 32321 on the cruise page, you will see the distance to the next step. You will see the distance to the next step. You only see distance to TD. What is most accurate? Well, if there's a step inserted, you would probably see the next step. I don't even, Mike's Basement, I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. I want to say that TD is... I don't know. I'm not sure. The amount of times I have step altitudes, it's been very, very far and few between. It's only when you're doing long haul transcons and you're inserting steps for fuel, you're too heavy to get to a high hour altitude. And now you also have to keep in mind, I wonder if Tolis and Fenix might be they might be simulating different, be Honeywell versus Thales. But I can't recall off the top of my head what's more accurate, next step or TD. Henry Sedge, welcome to the channel, man. Glad to have you on board. Look at this. Look at this. Is it going to start? It's snowing on the final right there. At least our cabin is warmed up. What's our cabin temp? Oh, yeah, it's a nice, cozy 81 degrees. Don't let me forget to turn the bleed valves off after this. Thales. Lauren, good to see you. Hey, I haven't been banned yet, Lauren. Hopefully it's just incognito. I mean, look at the shower of rain, snow or rain or whatever that is. All right, so for departure, let's do a quick brief here. If I look at my 750, if I zoom it out, you'll be able to see the terrain changing as we climb up. Now, we want to go southbound out of here. I think I'm going to just kind of follow the valley. You can almost see how there's like this little, if we kind of go up and left and around, and as we climb out, the colors will change for the terrain, and that might give us a better idea too. But we are visual, we're VFR, so I'm planning to go straight out. We'll kind of climb a left turn up this valley, and eventually we got to come out back to the left. So we're going to call this a left downwind departure. That's what we're going to call this. So when we call up on the radio, we're going to say that we are Mount Cook traffic, 357, going to be departing runway 31 for a left downwind departure. That's going to be our radar call. Who we talking to, who we are, what are our intentions.
Yeah, that KingAir that was behind the Boeing business. You can take my spot. We've had mechanical issues come up.
Uh-oh, someone's got a mechanical. Thales? No, it's Thales. It's Thales. It's always been Thales.
CG Link 195 will be departing 31 and taking a right-hand climbing turn for the circle over to the northwest. Enjoy the show, V1. It's fully loaded ATR 42.
Oh, this ought to be interesting. I'm watching. So he's going to make a right downwind departure. Right now in Milford, quite a layer of overcast. Ooh. What do you do? I'm in Thales. What? Thales? Thales? Yeah, Tom, engine out on this. We're making a... Well, so realistically, engine out on this, it's going to be a right turn, hopefully, even into the dead engine. Because it's just a lot better over here than it is going to the left. Thales, Sales. Yeah, Thales. Thales. It's Thales, right? So, Thales. He's in ground effect. No problems at all. Oh, maybe not. Oh, he couldn't get out of ground effect. There he goes. Mount Cook traffic, life flight 357, gonna back taxi runway 31. All right, let's go. All right, so I don't forget, let's go ahead and brakes are off. We're gonna go instrument environmental off for this departure. Fuel transfer, that's norm. Matter of fact, we could probably go standby pumps on for this. Black Box did a lovely job at cockpit lighting. I think the green glow is nice. Oh, for sure. Black Box or Black Square? Black Square, right? Or Black Box, the YouTuber? Mics, they're much more manageable. In fact, I have mine bound now where if I toggle... Yeah, so if I toggle my detent, let me show you. Let me bring up my tiller cam here. Oh, you can barely see it because the white lights are blinding it out. But I can, if I go here, now I can use beta mode. You see that? As an axis, which is pretty cool. It's much better than the ATR, but still not as good as the way Airfoil Labs. I prefer the way they did it, where you just like, you can click a button to put it in that axis of beta, and then if you click the other button, you're now under reverse. I think that's the best way to handle it. But this is still, at least from what I've found so far, the best option, or better than the ATR as well. And there's just, this airplane is just so well done. I mean, there's little things here and there that obviously are still a Zoboing, but I mean, you could do turns on it. The systems are really well modeled. So now I got to get out of the beta mode. There we go. Now I'm stuck. Black Square. Yeah, no worries, Spurious. I was like, really? Black Box is doing textures now? I'm going to come off this little turnaround here because it seems kind of wobbly. Let's get onto the threshold. Mount Cook traffic, light flight 357 departing runway 31. It'll be a left downwind departure, Mount Cook. All right, here we go. Environmentals are off, right? They are. Auto feathers armed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And no need for intercepts. Here we go. Oh, hold on. I'm going to let those props get up there. They're on the governor and set power. Remember, we're looking for 100%. 100% torque, right about there. Now we do have flaps for this one, so we're just gonna get, should kind of just leap into the air for us. 100 knots. Oh yeah, nice and easy.
Traffic, KingAir.
Positive rate. Gear up. 120 on the speed. Fly with. I'm going to go for about 120 on the speed until we reach 1,000 feet above at minimum here. All right, now let's go ahead and lower the nose. Let's go 140. We'll go flaps up. We'll see that this climb rate drop a little bit, 1,000 feet. We're looking for 160. This one we're going to have the autopilot on. This is going to be way too much juice. We're going to go autopilot, IAS hold, heading. Oh no, IAS hold. Come on, tell me you're going to work. You're not going to work, are you? You're not going to work.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Dang it. It never works.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Inhibitors. I don't understand, man. It was working perfectly. Let's get that nose up. Gotta keep climbing. Oh, wow. We're actually going into some freezing rain. We're actually icing up. Let's get our lights on too, by the way. Let's go ahead and get our windshield de-ice is on. And Mount Cook traffic just up high. We're picking up moderate rime ice at a 6.3 Mount Cook. We gonna need the bleeds, brothers. Now, we'd be all right, bingo. So there's two settings for the bleed valves. It's environmental and instrument and environmental. We're all right. We had it cooking now. We actually frosted up. Wow, well, this mountain's a lot closer than I was anticipating. Right through here, baby. Now, would you do this in real life? Probably not, but for cinematic purposes,
500.
How sweet is that? All right, now let's go ahead and lower our nose. We're going to go for about 180. That was pretty sweet. All right, let's keep coming to the left. Now, I want to get this autopilot to work here.
Traffic, Golf Yankee Hotel, back taxi, 31 for left downwind departure.
Right, I'm going to set everything up just like this. I'm going to set my heading bug perfectly straight. All right, we're pretty much hands off. We're in trim. So, autopilot, IAS hold. And we're in... What is going on here? It's all whacked out. Well, it's doing it. There we go. We're out. All right, let's go ahead and come back in here. We're 98%. We could bring the power back and the torque back a little, or I'm sorry, the power back and the props back. Right about there. About 92%. Clear that out, leveling 12. Let's go direct 2. Direct Milford Sound, activate. And we're nav and nav. Leveling 18,000. Something is definitely bugged with the GPS. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why. All right, it's going to be a short... actually, you know what? Let's go up to 1.4. See, it's going into IAS hold, but it's not even showing me on the autopilot panel. That's bizarre. That is so bizarre. Yeah, we can dial this back. Now it's going. Now it's just going bananas. Sometimes they need to toggle the CDI on the Garmin. Now we're cruising at 13.5. That's fine. Whatever. Nope, Force Raptor, if you don't have that panel there, then you don't have a proper update. There's an update for it. We're going to come back to quiet cruise, about 1600 on the RPM, 88% torque. We're level. We'll get the auto feathers off. We'll get the ignition off. Landing lights will come off. Taxi lights. Leave the recogs. Take the tail flood. I'm going to leave the window and ice on. Actually, you know what? Let's turn it off. Let's see if the ice is up again. I'm going to leave the prop on auto. The prop's on. So we have a couple in. We got a surface de-ice, and we got our prop heat on. I wonder if you could see ice build up on the... Oh, look. Say again?
Just checking in with you. What runway are you going to be taking from Milford?
I'm going to try to go for 2.9. We'll see when we get there. I got a pretty sweet visual approach over the mountain that requires a forward slip for 2.9. I think it's 2.9.
Roger. Looks like you'll be faster than the crew, so we'll let you slip by and then we'll fold if we have to for your landing.
Appreciate it. Sounds good. 357, thanks. All right, so I don't even nav mode. IS works perfectly on X-Plane. David M. So the thing is this is nothing to do with X-Plane or Microsoft. Like, this worked perfectly. I literally did this flight before our first stream today. I did this by myself, and everything worked absolutely flawlessly. The autopilot, the GPS, everything. And of course I go live, and what happens is just all bugged out. So I kind of took the wind out of the sails for this one. Steven, exactly. Always let that's some etiquette. Let the sick kids land first. There you go. So there actually is priority handling when it comes to that. So when I think it's is it MedEvac? What's the call sign they give us? When you have an organ or any type of medical stuff on board, whether it be any type of medical, like something that can expire, organs or blood, or sometimes like some transfusion stuff, they'll actually attach MedEvac to your call sign, and then I don't know what ATC does really, but they seem like they pretty much give you priority for the most part. So I'll tell you what, one time, one of my first flights, I took a heart in a Beech 99, and it was a MedEvac, and nothing like feeling a little bit of extra pressure when you're flying. I got to the airplane, I was like, man, I gotta, like, this thing, we gotta go. It was on ice, it was in a box, it was all sealed, and it's like, we gotta chip, chop, chip. No messing around. Life flight, yeah, that's probably what it was. I remember when I got to fly a liver down to Baltimore, I was so excited that I got to use the MedEvac call sign. Yeah, they call us MedEvac when you have that on board. Now, Life Flight RC Flyer, that's an actual company, I believe, because I used to talk to the Life Flight guys in California when I was flying my Chieftains around. They would fly the Cheyenne, which was a Chieftain, but with PT6s, so it was just an absolute beast of an airplane. Wow, look at that down there. We actually have some weather today, too. All right, we're 13, so we've got 79 miles, 30 minutes. So this one I think we can actually kind of settle in. But wow, why do we only have weather today all of a sudden? Look at that, looks real down there. Automation works as well as it does in real life. I forget what it is exactly, but there's a story of a Norwegian Air Force F-16 that basically carried some medical thing on board. Really, Steven? I bet he was going fast. Here in Denmark, we have a special ambulance for babies called the Baby Lance. When you see it in the rearview mirror with full lights on, you're just a tad quicker pulling to the side. I believe it. That weather is great for CFIT and IMC. Yeah, Chaos. So, I mean, go figure, right? So this entire tour, we've had not a single cloud in the sky. And, like, I'm all super excited. We get to have a nice, you know, GPS tutorial stream, VAT sim talk about, and, like, everything be smooth. And then we get on stream. GPS is freaked out. Airplane doesn't want to do proper airplane things. And I get, like, massive stutters on my... and I haven't been getting them after we took off. But, yeah. Just go figure. Go figure. GPS is fucked. Wow, look at that view, though. I would not want to do this flight with a low cloud layer. Yeah, Lost Wanderer, so this is going to get interesting. So I'll show y'all what I did. I want to... So... Milford Sound. So look, visual. I can actually put activate a visual approach. So maybe it just has to be in the database? Might be safer coming from the coast then. I'm going to see. So this is what I told you what I did last time. And it was absolutely epic. So I flew in here. I joined this valley. I think I descended to like 6,000. And then in this valley, I broke over to the next valley. I think I went through here and kind of S-turned it. And you're still high. You come across, I mean, maybe I was 7,000 or 8,000 feet. And then once you eclipse this ridge, it's props full forward, gear down, configure full flaps, forward slip all the way down this valley and land on 2.9, and I absolutely greased it. But we'll see what the weather conditions are. I'm going to attempt this type of visual approach. If it does not work, then we're going to have to do the TDS visual or the GPS visual or the iPad visual, depending on what you want to call it. So that's kind of the lowdown plan. This doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies with it still ticking out like that, but it looks like our flight director's calmed down. Everything else looks like it's working. But this terrain is, oh my, unbelievable. I am running everything, but not the beta, Florida Wings. Milford Sound does have a VFR circuit procedure where you basically circle in the bowl above the airfield, bottom altitude 3,000. Well, let's familiarize with that. Let's familiarize ourselves with that procedure right now, since we do have to get in here. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So let's go to the airports. Matter of fact, let's just unload this one. Let's do new flight. And we're going to, we did NZ Mike Charlie. And we're going to NZMF. This is our route of flight, about halfway. And let's look at the charts over here. No charts. So nothing in Navigraph. RIP. But it's 2.9 or 1.1. So worst case scenario, though, we could take it out to the sea and scud run in. We're going to get in here. We have to get in here where there's a child down there in Milford Sound. We will get in. Failure is not an option today. So we will find our way in there. We're going to stick with plan A first. How's our fuel? We got plenty of fuel. We're 1,600, and plus we've got all our aux fuel still. So we're doing really good on the fuel. We're going to try plan A over the mountain to the forward slip. If that doesn't work, we're going to climb like a bat out of hell and then pull out to the water and descend down until we can get as low as we can, and then we'll just scud run in. If we have to scud run in at 50 feet, we're going to scud run in at 50 feet. Unless it is physically impossible to get in there, we're going to find a way to get in. What do MedEvac helicopters do when the conditions are not VFR? They just not fly. Laser Shark, I guess it would depend upon the company that's running that MedEvac helicopter. Like, do they have IFR operations? Could they go IFR? I would imagine they could. I would imagine they could go IMC, but that would be a great question for MedEvac choppers. I mean, choppers can fly IMC, although it'd be a heck of a lot different than IMC in a fixed wing. There are some streamers that do medevac helicopter ops, which is cool to watch. Will, yeah. So I really enjoyed. Oh, looks like we're icing up a little bit. Let's go ahead and get our windshield ice back on. We'll put it into normal mode. Clear it up. So the H145, that one has some cool stuff. Most medevac helicopters don't fly instrument flight in the U.S. Medevac helos can fly single pilot IFR if the helo has autopilot. Interesting, really. Really. So there was a company in Dallas called 7 Bar Aviation, which I tried to get on with several times. And then the one time that they actually called me, I was moving on in my career. But they have a slew of different fixed wing. And I always thought it would be pretty cool to do that type of medevac flying. Gives you real purpose, you know. All right, 48 miles out. We're looking good. Let's go outside. Aviator Nick, welcome back. We are we're gonna try to get into Milford Sound. We have a sick child down there that needs to be evac'd from Milford Sound. We're gonna do everything we can to get in. We'll see what the weather's doing. I don't know, our medevacs here in Halifax operate at night, so I assume they could operate in the fog, especially because we're on the East Coast and it's usually foggy here. I would imagine it's pretty dependent upon the operator and the equipment. You know, I think it's probably fair to say that the majority do not, but to say all of them don't, I think that would be inaccurate. Steven, good deal, man. I'm going from SPI to Brownsville now. Michael Little will enjoy it, man. Have a good flight, my friend. The helicopter guy, the helicopter guy to my unit Saturday for chest pain. His tests were negative, and he was discharged yesterday. He's gonna have a fun bill for nothing. Uh-oh. Well, it's better to be checked out, I guess, than to not be checked out and have something bad happen. Team Vodka, you have lost comms. Rip. I wonder what's going on with the TDS today, Team Vodka. It was literally perfect earlier. Yeah, our GPS is all whacked out, man. Now, you know what's not whacked out? Well, no, this one's also whacked out. Let me reactivate this one. Oh, no. That's what I meant to do. Direct track 214. This one seems to be... You know what? Why is our directional gyro...
Life flight 357, Fiji link 195.
Oh, we got you loud and clear. Why is our directional gyro off?
You should have your 2 or 3 o'clock or about that above.
We're flying heading 220. What is happening here? Should we have taken them way to ATR? Windshield heat is still on. Yeah, windshield heat is still on. Now it's doing proper things. It was in DG mode. Oh, we're not at standard altitude either. Wow, gyro is fucked. We'll see what happens if it... In the real airplane, that messes with the mag compass. Oh, let's see if it changes it. So we're 220. I remember that. Yeah, it doesn't in this one, but yeah, calibrate with radio on. But yeah, putting on different like, what was it, the windshield anti-ice, and I thought there was another one that would mess with the gyro too. Maybe it was just that. Maybe it was just the window heat. I remember talking about that too. All right, we're 28 miles with 13,000. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna step down to 12,000 feet. Let me see if this works now. IAS hold. Don't climb on me. And we're gonna do a little test here in the descent. I'm gonna step down to 12. It's really aggressive. Altitude alert check. Low cloud deck coming in from the ocean, Steven. Good to know. And our altimeter is like 500 feet off. What is going on, man? We're gonna have to do. Just leave it to streaming to just bork everything. Where are you trying to go now? 12.7? It's 700 feet off. It's like the... Do I have any failures on here? No active failures. Though our hold on. This is bizarre. Nothing, I'm pressing B. Alright, well, let's go ahead and descend to 10,300. IAS hold. We're coming down. We might have to start hand flying here pretty soon. Windsock on the ground is fully extended in Milford Sound. Excellent, just the way I like it. I'm sure there's some logical explanation, but let's just blame it on the plane being stream shy. Yeah, I'm not sure, Will. Well, I think this took care of our directional gyro issue has been fixed. And I tell you what, I'm going to sync my heading bug right now. And I'm going to keep descending to 7,300, which should be about 8,000. All right, as we go down, let's go ahead and get our ignition, auto ignition.
To the west, we'll be coming in from the west for the landing on.
All right, he's getting ready to break off to the west. Which direction is that windsock? Kashif? Oh, I don't want to keep on coming down. Let's get the sounds up. I wish I could bind that. Alright, as we get ready to enter this valley, we're going to make a left turn. So I'm going to select heading. I want heading, not DG mode. Why can't I just select heading? You see that? Into the valley we go. Milford Sound traffic. Life flight 357 at 8.2, descending to 7,000. Trying to set up for some type of visual into 2.9 here over the ridge. Milford Sound. Still slightly favoring 2.9. Alright, that makes me feel better. Then we're going to try this approach. We might just have to go hands off. Keep coming down. Gosh, it's so aggressive. gonna go further left. We're gonna kind of go up here by Stone. We're gonna kind of cut through. We're gonna cut through the valley by Stone. So it's not this peak. Keep coming left. Force Raptor, they worked together before. Let me try to turn it off. I'm gonna turn it off though, just in case. I'm gonna turn it off. Maybe we'll see. But what's giving me issues is it's like not even letting me go into heading mode. It's going into directional gyro mode, which I don't think is correct. But maybe I don't know. All right, we're also gonna slow down. There's 180. We could go flaps approach now. I gotta get recorder ready because this is gonna be, I'm actually gonna start recording now. Because if we pull this off, this will be absolutely epic. Alright, so there is our situation. We gotta make a right turn through here. I tell you what, I'm gonna turn the autopilot off because we can't do this like that. So, autopilot's coming off. Yep, this is the valley we're cutting up here right now. We're going to cut into this valley. We're 140 on the speed. Flaps approach. Airplane is pretty much configured. Except we got to go gear and then full flaps. So we're looking good. As soon as we come over this ridge, we're going to go props full forward. And we're going to probably have to forward slip. Wind gusting to 12 knots. Team Vodka made it down. Good deal. So yeah, we got to clear this ridge here. Once we clear this ridge, I think we're going to be home free. So maintain an altitude about 5,700 feet. We'll update our barrel ref 2960 on the altimeter now. Yep, Gina, recording is on. Thank you for
500.
Oop, there's that TAWS alert. Sure loud enough, she'll get your attention, won't she? Alright, we're just gonna, yeah, right here. We clear this
500.
ridge. Clear this ridge, I think we're going to be home free. Start to slow down. I'm actually going to start working those props up right now. I know we're going to need that drag. This would be so sketch in real life, but these views are so amazing. So amazing, it's so worth it. Alright, now we're going to roll her in. I'm going to bring that power out. I'm going to go ahead and extend the gear now because we're high. She's down there. Let's go flaps approach. I'm sorry, flaps, yeah, flaps approach. I was like flaps for takeoff. Now let's go ahead and get that forward slip in. So right rudder, left aileron. Look at this. We're slipping down the valley. Oh my goodness. We are slipping down the valley. I'll get the cam on so you can see too. Milford Sound traffic, New Zealand 357. We're slipping down the valley just to the northwest of the airport. We're setting up for a straight in 29, Milford Sound. We're holding it 120 knots. Looking good.
We're 10 miles from the aerodrome. Please cut space.
Oh, we're looking real good. Keep on coming down 120 knots. Full forward slip here. Oh my gosh. Lots of career ending granite, that's for dang sure. Alright, now we gotta be careful when you roll this out. I think we're gonna be just fine. We'll roll it out nice and easy. I'm actually gonna go into high idle so we have a more reverse. Now let's go ahead and stabilize here. We're right on it. We're gonna roll out through around this corner here and it's gonna be a short plop down to 2.9. There's the runway. There she is. She'll be coming in around the valley. Daniel. All right, now let's go ahead and get her down here. Now we're gonna slow up this one here. We gotta be nice and slow on this.
500.
110 knots. We're looking good. That's where we're gonna drop her down, right here. Drop her in.
Return traffic, CG Link 195, we're canceling approach for Chicago.
Full reverse and high idle works like a boss. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Milford Sound. All right, let's go ahead and turn around here. Look at me, I'm reaching for my tiller. I'm like, what am I doing? Milford Sound traffic, light flight 357, we're clearing runway 29 now. We'll be off in about 30 seconds. That was some juice. Aviator Nick, I am happy to see your name scrolling through the chat for that landing. I thought you might appreciate that here in your beautiful country, man. I think that is my favorite approach of all time in Flight Sim so far. What we just flew, what you 270 folks just witnessed, was my favorite approach that I've ever flown in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Was it legal? Probably not. But if I was a MedEvac pilot and the winds were favoring 2-9 and I got to get in here to save a sick kid, would I do it? Yep. Now, I know we didn't have a landing rate, but I don't think it was that hard. I'd say probably 275 to 300 range, maybe.
Milford Sound traffic, November 96 we are approaching from the north. Over the water, we are about 10 miles out.
All right. We're set. Let's go ahead and open it up. Same thing. We're going to hot fill up on this one, or not hot. What am I trying to say? Environmental off. Electric heat aft blower is off. Get our lights off here. Oh, I gotta stop and save that recording right now. Hold on, save. MF landing in all caps. Saved.
Milford Sound traffic, Charlie Zulu Foxtrot, KingAir about 20 miles to the north, will be landing runway 29er, Milford Sound.
Oh, the inverter is off. There we go. Everything is off, and we'll get the windshield heater off, prop heater off. Fuel vents, all those are coming offline, and clean the flaps up. Very good, and we are depressurized. Clear the caution. Go ahead and kill number 1 through 50% with feather. All right. Well, we got to take our passenger on board. We got to see there's an aircraft landing, and then we're going to get out of here. Whew, that was spicy. How far are we? How far are we from Queenstown? I think we should just get back to Queenstown, yeah? Let me go. So now that this seems to be semi-okay, let's go back. Let's go, I keep hitting menu, dang it. I'm going to go back. I'll do flight plan. Add waypoint. How far is Queenstown? I know it's getting late, 6:30. Direct to activate. How far is it? It's only 40 miles. We could do it. Let's go direct to Queenstown. So a quick hop over the valley into Queenstown, and what approaches we have in there. Traffic into Milford Sound. What's your position? I kind of want to see us landing.
I am about
Like
5
we
minutes
just
out.
passed the aerodrome, we are going to resequence in from the west for the one-loss landing.
Alright, so they're sequencing. Let's load up a procedure. Let's see what they got. Let's go, let's pull up our NaviGraph here. Alright, Queenstown.
Milford Sound traffic, Golf Yankee Hotel. We are VFR over the water. Get us set up for a left base 11. Milford.
Alright, so they're still over the water.
Milford Sound.
Milford Bravo or Charlie?
We're about 2.5 miles south. We're going to be approaching.
That's the one I want. I want VURDME Charlie. Transition. I want to take this one, D1340. Done. Load approach only, please. AGPFs? Yep, I know. Good deal. Alright, we're going to go back. Flight plan. Oh, we're going to go back. We're going to go map. We're going to zoom out. We're ready to go for departure. We're waiting on them to load the
Down traffic.
cargo. Oop, I can see someone coming around the valley.
About 10 miles to the northeast. We'll overfly. We'll join the traffic for runway 29er. Air correction for runway 11. Milford.
There's someone out there over the water, over the lake. Look at this scenery, though. Let's just be a bird's eye view here. Oh, look, there's a helicopter down there in the helicopter pads. Umfried, good night. Take it easy, my friend. Wow, look at this, though. This is a default airport, by the way. All right, let's see this guy land. It's worth it. With everyone putting in the effort to come in, we got to see these landings. Oh, sorry, NaviGraph. See, where's chaos when you need them? Everything is legal when lives are at stake and when no one sees it. Exactly. All right. Can you? Yep, I got it. I got you. Sorry, guys. I got you closed. I got it closed. All right, so that guy looks high, but we'll see what happens. And Milford advisory, runway is clear. Winds are going to be a direct crosswind coming on final for 1-1. All right. Wow, was that a double click of the PTT?
Milford Sound
Oh
traffic,
boy.
Yankee Hotel.
Go around.
Final 1-1.
Go around.
Milford.
Go around, brother. Go around.
Milford Sound traffic. Nominal City going around.
Ooh. Oh, too bad we don't have sound on that. That would have been awesome. Oh, wow, we got weather moving in. And traffic landing Milford Sound. Be advised, if you're going around off 1-1, you do have weather moving in rapidly through the valley. Looks like some light rain and snow showers.
Thank you. We'll keep it in mind. November 6th officer.
All right, so we should have one other guy on final. But until he gets on final, let's go ahead and do our weight and balance. The stream started in Queenstown, Christopher. We started in Queenstown, and we're going to end in Queenstown. So let's say we got I don't know, how much do kids weigh? 100 pounds? Let's say we have 100 pounds. Let's say his mother wants to get on as well, and then his dad is 220 pounds. So everybody's on board, and we got to get them out of here. So we are 14,400 pounds.
Down traffic. Charlie Zulu Foxtrot KingAir right downwind runway 11. We'll fly up over the water. Following traffic on final.
All right. We're pretty much loaded up. We're ready to go. What incredible view. Look at this.
Milford Sound traffic, Golf
Look at
Yankee
this.
Hotel. We are
Look at
7
the weather
miles
moving
from
in.
1-1. We are entering the valley now. Milford.
There's weather's moving in over this.
Milford traffic, Fiji link 195. We're coming in.
Yeah, GNR. As long as if his day wasn't bad enough, now he's got weather to deal with. And traffic approaching Milford Sound. Just use caution. Weather is rapidly approaching from the north, coming in through the valley. So y'all out there on final, you might want to put the pedal to the metal. We'll see. Oh, you're savage, Will. Yeah, well, we're in New Zealand, so figure it'd be those are appropriate. I'm gonna have to rewatch to see the start. Christopher Koch, yeah, it started out a little rough. I was having issues with the GPS. I was having issues with the sim stuttering, but we're kind of back at it now. So there's actually quite a few. There's like 5 or 6 of us flying around. Good radio communications. Remember, when you're talking on the radio, who you're talking to, who you are, your intentions. What is in your intentions? Does that need to include a position? So everyone's been doing good. I saw nav lights out there when I was zoomed out, so we got some guy coming in on final. I should record the departure. That's a great idea, Nick. Remind me. I hope I don't forget. Remind me when we pull out on the taxiway. Now, how do we get out of here? I think, no, we're going to have to depart towards the lake, right? We're not going to go into the weather. Yeah, we can't risk dying. We're going to depart off 1-1. We're going to depart even over the tailwind. We're going to go out over the lake.
Charlie Zulu Foxtrot over the shoreline. We'll be entering the valley over the water. Runway 11. Number 3, I think, Milford.
This is New Zealand.
Takeoff Yankee Hotel. 3 mile final 11, Milford.
Rob, welcome. Which throttle handle set am I using for the Bravo? Rob, so this particular setup here is a Cessna 310 is what I bought. And then these are like the old original Airbus levers. I don't know if they make them anymore. So it was a mod that you put on the Airbus levers. I can't tell you who gave me these, but the mixture and prop, it's the same one I got for the Cessna 310. It was and it's really good. It's high quality. It's I would recommend these if you like flying prop stuff. And it's got like a metal bar between the grip and the base, so it's really well done. I really like that one. I would definitely say it's more high quality plastic and materials than what I got for the Fokker, but I still like the Fokker ones too. But on Etsy, just look on Etsy. There is a million and two different options you can get. Oh, nice. Nice. You turn it in there. Power. Ooh. Oh.
Traffic feature like 195. We're about 3.5 miles.
Oh, he's got the same livery as me. He's got the same livery. Nicely done. You might want to pull that snow out of your wheel truck bay there.
That was a Parker moment.
Milford Sound traffic aircraft from the ground. You guys have any space for me to slip in?
Yeah, traffic landing Milford. You got plenty of room. Runway is clear. Direct crosswind from the left as you line up on runway 11, and weather moving in from the valley. Light flight tree trimming service.
Milford Sound, Charlie Zulu Foxtrot, mouth of the canyon, inbound over the water, 11 Milford.
Let's get a little bit closer. Let's get right here. Coming for landing, lawnmower 24. We might have to crossfeed. Our fuel's getting
Milford
light.
Sound traffic, normal system for Zulu, short approach, runway 31.
I got tongue-tied there, Florida Wings. Yeah, my bad. I think the best route is towards the sound, runway 29. The other departure takes you through high terrain. Yeah, especially at our weight, we're going to go 29. We're going to go 29 over the water. The accent. Where'd this guy come in from? I didn't even see where this guy landed. Man, where did you pop in from? He came out of nowhere. If no one sees a KingAir shave trees, does it really happen? Oh, maybe he came in from this side. No, I'm not an illegal air traffic controller. I'm just making sure everyone gets down before I take the runway. I think this is our last guy right here. I think it's our last guy coming around the bend.
Milford Sound traffic, Charlie Zulu Fox, 3 mile final 11 Milford Sound.
Runway is clear, crossing from the left, the ramp is congested. Wow, see how we double tapped his mic? That's a pro pilot move right there. So when you get an instruction, whether it be from air traffic control or something that does not require a response, you can acknowledge the response. It's kind of like the pseudo way to acknowledge, where you just double tap your push to talk. And that carrier sound, that click click you hear, is it's kind of like the unwritten response. Okay, I heard you, but I'm not going to respond. And I've had that happen too in real life when we're on approach and I'm like, hey, you don't need to respond, but just be advised there is an aircraft in front of you reported a 5-knot loss on final, and you would just double tap the intercom, or not the intercom, sorry, the push to talk, And I've had that happens all the time in real world. So whoever this is, that was pro pilot move. That was like key 6 out there coming in. All right, where'd he go? I lost his nav lights. Oh, there he is. Here he comes. It's our last one. Get it down. It was real faint, GNRs, real faint. Yeah, Tom, it's good use of CTAF.
Fox short final 1-1, Milford.
Ooh, that wind's pushing him. See? So with that crosswind from the left, see how he rolled out? It was pushing him. It was pushing him to the right. He did a good job correcting. Oh, boy. Power, power. Ooh, right through the trees there. Oh, right on the threshold. He's down. Nicely done. Nicely done. Might want to check your props for dings, though, coming across those trees.
I'm just helping out with the tree trim in service.
All right, let's go ahead and fire it up. Here we go. Why did I leave that auto feather on? Let's go idle, forward, cut off. We're going to spin them up. Let's go ahead and start number 1.
And Milford down. Charlie, Zulu Foxtrot clear of the runway. We'll get behind the crowd, Milford.
Oh, don't hot start, don't hot start, don't hot start, don't hot start. ITT rollback 50%, that's coming off. Inverter. She's stable. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and set flaps approach. Auto feathers are armed. Ignitions are armed. We'll go ahead and get our lights on. Milford sound traffic, light flight 357. Going to back taxi runway 29 for departure. Let's get our heats 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, nope, that's not coming on. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Environmental off for takeoff. That is set. We'll recycle the bleed airs to environmental off. There we go. That is working. And that's normal. That's associated. We'll clear the cautions. We are high idle on both engines. And let's go ahead and release the brakes. And let's roll out of here. We'll reset our trim as well. 0 for takeoff. Actually, we can go low idle. Yeah, we're at 1,000 feet. Let's bring it back. Low idle. Let's just get us moving there. Oh, yeah, recording departure. Good call, GNR. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Recording is on. So I thought we might have hot started because I forgot that I didn't move my condition lever. I thought it was in low idle. We're doing a cross-gen start, plus all our avionics are on, which is illegal, but I'm just, because it's been glitching, I'm just leaving the avionics on because it was super glitchy. So normally for any type of start, you'd have your avionics off because of the power transfers. You could definitely damage your instrument systems, but for sim purposes, I'm just leaving it on. I thought I was in low idle, and I thought maybe we were going to strain the starter to the point where it was going to hot start, but we actually were in high idle. So we were sitting in high idle. Everything is good. No harm, no foul. We're going to flip it around. We're going to blast off. Recording is on. Thanks, Gino. We are good to go there. There'll be a crosswind from the right. We're going to go out over the water. And it'll be probably a right turnout, I think. Milford traffic. Light flight 350, or MedEvac 357 departing runway 29. All right, so now we are MedEvac. Oh, look at that line up. 10 for 10. Here we go. Let's get this. After takeoff, runway 29, veer right to climb northwest along the northern side of the sound. At or before Williamsport, turn left overhead aerodrome. Thank you, Steven. You're the man. All right, here we go. Spooling them up. We're going to do static on this. All the juice we can get here. Get those props all the way up. Auto feather green. Set torque. Should start dragging the tires here soon. 100% torque is set. Come on, baby.
Over traffic, PG like 195, we're lining up the wing 29.
Woo! That was spicy. We're veering right to climb northwest along the northern side of Sound, which I imagine is this side. Jeez. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording. That was awesome. We're going to save that as Takeoff. MF is saved. Alright, there's 1,000 feet.
500.
Let's get our environmentals on. Our windshield heat into normal. I should have had that on for takeoff. Flaps up out of the white arc, 160. Nose is going to drop. We'll let it go to 180. Going through a little bit of a rain. And Milford Sound traffic. Pirate for you on departure out of 1,800 feet along the right side here. We're going through some light rain. Light chop. Last call, Milford Sound. 2. When they say immediate, they mean immediate. Okay, so what happens after this?
Traffic, Golf Yankee Hotel, line
over Williamsport. Where's Williamsport? Is that out over the end? All right, so we're 160, we're 180 on the climb out, trimming her out. Man, what a incredible departure. Maintain that 180 on the climb. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the prop heat on, just in case, because we are going through some precip.
Milford traffic.
Mitra Peak is a very distinct mountain at the southern side of the departure.
Traffic waiting. Winds are quite hard from your right.
Just head out over the water and circle back. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just head out over the water and circle back. Wow, look at that. Aviator Nick, congrats on having the most fun country that I've ever flown in flight sim. This has been so much fun. We never reset our altitude. Let's go ahead and we'll do just a quick hop up to 12 thou. Actually, let's take it up to 14,000 feet, and we're gonna make a right turn back around. PJD, thank you for flying the beautiful KingAir. PJD, thank you for the 10-pound donation. It's very generous of you. Thank you for your support. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. I had a
traffic, Golf Yankee Hotel, departing 29 straight down Milford.
I'm glad you're enjoying the KingAir flying, man, because I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Super fun airplane to fly. Super tough airplane to use for streams just because of the workload. But at least some of y'all enjoy it. I should have made a passing Stirring Falls call in the Vale. Oh, really? Steven, where are you getting that procedure from? I'd love to see it. I would print it out. We might have to come back here. Look at that. And you can see where it's frozen. Look, you can see where it frozen there. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to turn all the way back. I love New Zealand flying since my first ortho and mesh for X-Plane 10. Wow, Digital Merc. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been missing out by not flying out here. I have literally been missing out. Look at this. Now we got to figure out how to do this RNAV Charlie. All right, we're rolling her all the way around. We push to sync on the heading bug. 9.4 for 10. We're climbing out just fine. Let me go back. Let's go flight plan. Let's go down. Let's go direct to... Nope. Let's go back. Let's go up. There we go. Direct to activate.
Over traffic, November 291 Kilo Quebec, lining up runway 29er.
Alright, to join there. Actually, we could go D2370. We may not have to go all the way out there. Alright, we're 10.8. We're at a 10. We're just going to leave the lights on. We're going to get the auto ignition and auto feather off. We'll leave all our lights on. Everything else looks good. And we're going to go ahead and come on back now with the power and the props. Get you back in there at 88%. Good deal. Good deal, Steven. I'll check it out for sure. Name Howitzer, thank you for the 27 donation. Coffee money, I appreciate you. That's very kind. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the donut. Wow.
Milford traffic, Kodiak 291.
Yes, it is impossible to blow the blow an engine up for sure.
Milford traffic, KingAir, Zulu, Kilo, Charlie, Zulu.
All right, now
29 Milford.
let me look at my chart. What's the second fix on that approach? D2370. We could just go direct there. It would make our life easier and be less of an arc at or above 9,700. I finally broke my iSIM during the pandemic coffee mug. Time for anyone. 49 whiskey, you broke it? Oh, man. Well, you can always order yourself another one, my friend. Thank you. You miss flying the KingAir already? Yeah, it's, dude, I'm sure your SOP is fun, but man, this KingAir. She is a capable bird. All right, let's see where it levels off now. Are you actually going to level at 14,000? No, you're going to level at 13.8. Okay. Well, in that case, that's fine. Let's go ahead and go direct to flight plan 2370. Activate, and if I go back 127 on the course line, we're flying instrument mode 127 is set.
Charlie, Zulu, Foxtrot, taking off 29er. We'll be climbing out through the canyon and the right turn out to party 10-8.
Just popping in. MedEvac, cool. We only use Black Hawk helicopters on my department.
Oh, Mike P, thanks for the $10 bank angle check, man. Appreciate you. Yep, the MedEvac Blackhawks, man. In your department? For sure, man. For sure. Thank you for the $10 bank angle check. Appreciate you. Looked like they could have used some of your help out there in Maui, man. I'm surprised y'all didn't go out there as a TDY. What's up with that? Prop sync is off right now. It's a super short flight, so I'm not even getting it on. I could sync it up a little bit better, though. There we go. That's pretty synced up. All right. After 2370, basically a constant left turn. Now, do I go menu, go back, go procedures, and we're going to go ahead and activate the approach. Oh, but it's going to take me back out there. It's going to take me on the full arc. That's fine. Let's just fly the arc. I want to see how it does. Oh, you did send a task force out there? Mike P, that's awesome, man. Good deal, man. Gosh, the terrain out here is wild. I personally prefer the Kodiak for Milford Sound, but I won't stop a fool from trying to get a 350 out of there. Oof. Good luck, man. We barely got out of there in the KingAir. They fly out on an Air Force cargo transports. Oh, nice. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I was living in a dark hole. I still am, because we don't have any internet thing at the house. So when I get into my office, I can see what's going on. I didn't realize how crazy the whole situation was out there. Alright, our next altitude is 9,700 feet, so we're going to set 9,500. I'm just going to set 9,700. We'll just do what it does. IAS. Power's coming back. We're starting down. Silence the gear warning horn. That's coming on. That's coming on. Queenstown traffic. MedEvac 357. We're setting up for the RMP Charlie into Queenstown at a 12.9, starting from the initial arc. No Maui for you. Heading to Vegas on Wednesday. Hey, man. You've earned it, Mike P. Appreciate the support. Thanks for the bank angle check, too. Appreciate you, man. Have fun in Vegas. We'll be pulling for you. If you don't tune in on Thursday or Friday, then I guess I can assume that it didn't go all that well. Now, I'm curious to see what happens if I arm the approach mode here. Approach is arm, VNav, arm. Out of 10, lights are on, we're looking good. We're going to start a turn here momentarily. Could almost have just cut right across the water, gone in visually. Which plane is most fun for you to fly, Microsoft? Oh man, honestly, the KingAir is so much fun. I love flying the KingAir. Although select 9,000-ish confirmed. Yeah. Pilot Great, since I'm watching XP right now, we're struggling on what ground control is on the Airbus. Can you explain it so I can tell them? We all think it's different. Ground control, all ground control does, it allows you to record your cockpit intercoms on the voice recorder prior to engine start. Because the black box is not going to start recording until you have an engine started. So, but if you taxi out to the runway and there's an accident, maybe there's something that you skipped, like if you remember Air Florida when they were listening to the recordings of the pre-start checklist and all that stuff. So that's why you turn the ground control push button on, so you can have the black box recording prior to engine start. Where's XP flying into? Oh, it's a VOR DME Charlie. Yeah, Captain, now VOR DME Charlie. But you could still arm the approach because we're doing it on a GPS overlay. So that's why I gave you the caution. It said, hey, this is only for situational awareness only. I'm like, yeah. Yada, yada, yada. 147 and about now.
Queenstown traffic, CG Link 105, we're on the...
Atlanta to O'Hare? Nice. Alright. Alright, we need a... I'm going to set 9,200. IAS, we're coming back down at 200 knots. I mean, the airport is right over the lake, isn't it? Isn't the airport just right out over there? All right, Afton, which is the turn inbound on the 032 radial, is at 8,200 feet. And the VOR is 13.6, which we should still have tuned in, which we do. 13.6. I'm going to put that over here. Nope. Let's go back to that mode there. 13.6. Nav 1. We're almost there. I'm looking at the RMI. What do you got on the landing to exit light out? Yep, that's normal. Aviator Nick coming in with another 50 New Zealand dollars. I appreciate that, Aviator Nick. Very kind. He says, I'm so excited that you managed to visit my beautiful country on this tour. This has been the best and most amazing tour to date. Thank you, V1. Aviator Nick, well, thank you for being with us on the streams and giving us ideas of where to fly and all the fun stuff. I really appreciate you, Aviator Nick. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's been quite an enjoyable experience for me. And that approach, so after we land here in Queenstown, we got a lot of replays to watch. So we're going to sit back, we're going to watch the replays, and have ourselves a good old time here. Look at the reflection of the mountains on the lake. Look at the reflection of the mountains on the lake. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Microsoft Flight Simulator? Alright, I tell you what we're going to do. This approach is getting us kind of wonky. No, it's actually doing a good job now. It's trying to fly it. Ah, meant to hit that. Let's keep coming down. I would have sent the bank angle check, but don't know how. If you're Nick, don't worry, man. Appreciate you either way. I appreciate the support, whether it's a like button, just a comment, a super chat, of course. I appreciate you. Key6 says XP just put weights for a 321 into the Fenix. Let me know how that turns out, Key6, because that could be suboptimal. Especially depending on where he's flying to or from. I'm just excited that we got to see some weather on this flight here. Wow, this has been a long stream. This has been a lot longer than I anticipated. 2 hours and 25 minutes. Rip. 7 o'clock. I'm sure the wife is interested. Weather check, she says. Oh, rip. What's the weather doing out there? Alright. Chaos, what are you doing still awake? Go to sleep, my friend. Just kidding. Alright, in cannot reach vertical waypoint. I know, we're doing it just for guidance anyway. It's doing a pretty good job. Let's go ahead and get down, and then we're just going to speed it up. Landed to O'Hare, and he caught it before he pulled away from the gate. CG circle was all the way up into the Canada on the tablet. Oh, wow. Man, the autopilot is wonky. All right. The autopilot is not doing what it should be doing. Autopilot's off.
For the 05.
Let's go.
We're going to break off track and follow the valley for 05 behind the light bite 357.
Alright, he's following us. And Queenstown traffic, MedEvac 357. Yeah, we just did the same thing. We're going to follow the river inbound straight in for, what is that, 1-1 or whatever that runway is.
Queenstown traffic, Golf Yankee Hotel, we're going to be breaking off the Fall River just like everyone else. Queenstown.
05.
Queenstown traffic, Charlie Zulu Foxtrot, same traffic, will follow in sequence down the river for 05.
Alright, put that nose down, let's go.
Bunch of copy can.
So I have found that if you toggle the autopilot disconnect on the yoke, it will get rid of the flight director bars, which that's new. Tyson, I don't know, man. Starlink sent me a notification that an adapter and a new cable has been shipped, but I'm still waiting on the router. The router hasn't been shipped yet, so I don't know, man. It's not awesome. Let's keep our power in here. Bring our props up. Cut in the corner. Runway's in sight. Yeah, this is, was it you, Steven, that I was talking about? Who that video? I think it was this approach. I think they were on the VOR Charlie. Maybe they came in from the other side and did a turn, but this is where they broke out, isn't it? I swear this is where they broke out. We're going to keep it fast. 220 to the marker. Yep, I'll get the recording right about... This will be a little bit long record, but it's all right. Recording is on now. We'll watch this recording first since it's going to be the least amount of juice. All right, everything is set down below. Fuel is still good. Yeah, glassy waters down there, RC. Look at that. Quite the difference from flying into Milford Sound, huh? Quite the difference. All right. Chop and drop. They need to make that a bindable button. Chop and drop. 200 knots. What's the gear speed? I think it is 200. Nope, it's 180.
Queenstown traffic, Fiji 195. We are 10 miles for the 05.
Queenstown traffic, Medevac 357. We're on about a 5-mile final 05 Queenstown. White arc flaps approach.
Queenstown Kodiak 291 kilo Quebec.
140. Next notch is coming down.
Queenstown 291 kilo Quebec. We are.
We're gonna go ahead and kill that for the go around. That's normal. Alright. We're set 120 on the speed. A little bit of trim. We don't need to drag this one in. We got plenty of runway here. No, David, I actually want to get my bleed air off on this one. So I wanted instrument on, but I want environmental bleeds off for the go around. It is 180 PJD. Thanks, man. Hayden, good to see you, man. Welcome. Buzzing the towns. Just maintain this until we get 2 whites there.
10-mile final for 05. Queenstown.
Alright, there we go. 2 whites. Let's go ahead and roll it back now. Power's coming back. 2 whites, 2 reds. On the path.
500. What's our taxi? We want to make the what taxiway do we want to make off here? I think we want to go left. Take this one here.
Queenstown traffic, Charlie Zulu Foxtrot on about 10-mile final in sequence runway 05 Queenstown.
Queenstown traffic, Medevac 357. We're clear of runway 05, taxi ramp Queenstown. All right, we did it. We are down and out.
Golf Yankee Hotel 7-mile final 05 Queenstown.
Queenstown traffic, Fiji 195 for 2 miles final 05.
Actually, I'll just leave all the lights on for replay mode. We'll get those. Actually, we're going to leave everything on for replay so it's not clicking at us. Well, I would say that was a successful day in the life of a life flight pilot with a medevac on the tail end. Looks more like a pathway than a taxiway. Where we're going, we don't need no taxiways. Kind of nice to fit on the runway, yeah. Oh, Barley Osh, yeah, maybe. Tyson, I remember that airport.
Queenstown traffic, Golf Yankee Hotel 3-mile final 05.
Is this another runway? Look how tiny this runway is. Look how tiny this runway is. Is this an actual runway? I think we just dragged a tire in the mud. May or may not have done that one time in Clinton, Oklahoma.
Hopefully my previous employer is not watching. Float it out, ATR, with a 3-pointer to boot. I think my PC just needs a hard restart, you know? Hung Start. Hey, that's a good name. Hung Start 101. I like that name. Yeah, this is the Black Square KingAir 350.
Queenstown traffic off Yankee Hotel 1 mile final.
It's a mod off of the Azobo KingAir.
Keep it coming.
Not a mod. It's a payware add-on, but it's the Azobo KingAir model. But Black Square have done a fantastic job with getting the systems up and running, circuit breaker simulation, all the good stuff, man, all the good stuff. So definitely check it out. If you like flying props, I highly recommend it. We're gonna take it straight to the terminal, because then I think they're gonna put this kid on a Learjet or a 320. Park on the 321 stand. Brakes are set. I know we got to restart for... I just like the shutdown sounds. Let's do it.
Queenstown traffic, Charlie Zulu Foxtrot on about a 2-mile final. CV traffic inside Queenstown.
Just in time for your exam, Stephen. Perfect timing. Couldn't have timed it any better than that, Chad. That was a wonderful round robin all around the South Island of New Zealand. I think we're gonna have to do that approach in the Phoenix V2 with a
Queenstown traffic,
weather radar. All right, we'll watch this landing, and then we got to bounce because I got to do the replay. We got 4 replays to watch.
Right there.
I'm from the country, boy.
I need new rudders.
We got 3 or 4 replays to watch. So let's watch this landing, and then we are doing replay mode, and then I need to go. It is 7:14 p.m. Steven, take care. Thanks for flying around, man. We'll see you. All right, we'll see how this guy does. Puts it on the numbers, puts it on the paint, floats it out, crashes it. Dun, 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 dun. No sounds. Oh, no, come back here. Oh, yeah, my PC needs to restart. Oh, nice. A little bit of a float. A little off center line. I've seen better. I've seen worse. All right, let's go ahead and close all that. We need to start it up, though,
Kodiak 291 Kilo Quebec and mile
for
final.
replay. So let's just go here. We need to have engines running for replay. That is a must.
Queenstown traffic, Charlie Zulu Foxtrot, clear the runway, Queenstown.
Adios V1, great stream. Hope you get your electronics fixed before college football. Tyson, you and me both, man. Is that this weekend? Is that this weekend? Are they starting, or is it next week? George, I think it'll be interesting. I haven't pre-ordered it, but I think it'll be an interesting airplane. All right, our generators are on. Back to low idle. Let's watch our replay. Here we go. First replay is up. Disconnecting from Vatical Sim. Pause it. Move it forward. Here we go. Resume. Let's go a little bit further. This one is kind of a blah. We don't really need to worry about this one. I'm just going to turn that. Oh yeah, I'll take that. Right on center line. Not too bad at all. Alright. Alright, let's load the next one. Mount Cook landing. Go ahead and hit replay. We're going to let the sim load in. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Gear's coming out. Everything is looking good. Power's coming in. Flap animations on this. Nope, nope, there they go. All right, now this one's especially interesting because we really dragged it in here. I didn't realize how close the runway was to us, so we dragged it in. Another long haul for future tours. Oh, there's always a long haul for tours. August 26th, the start of week 1. So next week. All right, well, I'll be in training. Go figure. Have the whole month off and then I'm in training for next week. Oh, it even has the Starship ambulance on the bottom. That's awesome. In low over the fence. Firm. Little off center line. Beautiful airport though. Definitely coming back here. Alright. Let's load the next one. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do the takeoff. We're going to load the takeoff first to Milford Sound, and then we're going to end it on the ultimate landing, the most ultimate landing ever on here we go, resume replay. Let's see how this did here. Right, here we go, brakes release. We're rolling. We cut it close here. We cut it close. Look at that weather has now moved out over there. Battling that crosswind going down the runway. Ooh, positive rate. Gear up. Ooh. Oh, it didn't animate. Ah, that was pretty cool. Take it easy, Zippy. Check right prep streams. Oh yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Alright, we're going to load the last one. This is the juice right here. Load in the last replay. There we go. There it is. Coming in over the ridge line. Now that is pretty epic. I think we went gear down now. And forward slip it was. I'm going to turn the sounds down. Alright, we're going to let this one roll out. This is the last one. Guys, thank you all for tuning in today. It's been quite the day of streaming. I think we might take tomorrow off. And then we'll be back at it on Wednesday as we wrap up the New Zealand part of this tour, because it's been an absolute blast. Look at this forward slip in the mountains here. So much fun. All right, thank you all for tuning in. We'll let it roll out to the landing. Guys, until I catch you on the next one, stay safe, stay healthy. I'm B1. Thank you, Aviator Nick, for the donos, Mike P for the donos, Name Howitzer for the donos, PJD for the donos, and George Busenko for the massive dono, and Livery Key 6 for the dono. And Spurious Podge for the dono. Appreciate y'all. You guys have been awesome. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I'm V1. See you.